6, 7, 8. One, two. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's
Nothing. Oh, there we go.
there we go. There we go.
A little bit.
I can
little
hear
bit.
Sean only through here.
Yeah. So maybe okay, just a little bit. Yeah.
I hear Sean through the speaker, but not through the headset.
See. So I was like, am I plugged in all the way or something? It's all over with now. The playoffs are set. Chiefs beated a wounded, I don't know which one to call them, but that's how they should have been looking against a lot of these teams this season. But we'll discuss all of that while we get started here live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House in the historic 18th and Vine Jazz District on this, the 9th day of 2023. Happy Founders Day to the gentlemen of Phi Beta Sigma celebrating their Founders Day today.
Yeah, because we had wasn't the Kappas last week too?
Yeah, and we had Willie Davis on our show a few weeks ago, and Willie is a Sigma.
Oh.
So shout out to Willie and his frat brothers today. Before we get started, time to introduce the crew to you. To my left, we have Mr. Sports Radio himself, Darren Smith. What's up?
Not much, man. I never thought of you putting Rihanna in a bowl of cereal in the same sentence earlier, so I'm still trying to get that, still trying to.
Oh, no, she wasn't the bowl of cereal. That was another, because No, that's weak checks. I'm cool. To my right, we have nephew Steve Walls. What's up?
Week 17. We've made it through a whole football season.
You survived Vegas.
I survived Vegas.
You survived Vegas.
Shout out to my Canadian friends.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. All the way
We
to the
found
right, fan of the NFC's number 1 seed, those Philadelphia Eagles, the one, the only, DJ Q.
Isn't that like step 1 in my Super Bowl prediction process? Like, is that like an achievement level?
No.
So you Nostradamus.
Do I get like gold stars or
No.
something?
No, because all of our predictions are still cable stuff for sure.
They all hold true so far.
But remember, I
mean, mine are
took mine off the
mine
shelf.
are truest.
Oh,
right
really?
now.
Yeah. Let's see how long that
Don't
lasts.
speak too soon, Grasshopper.
And I was going to say,
No,
the
that's what I
only
said
reason
right now.
the only reason your team is still in because they haven't played yet. I said it.
I mean, you guys needed like a once in a lifetime type of injury just to get.
No, we
the
didn't.
number
No,
one seed.
No, we didn't.
We didn't need anything.
No, we didn't. And speaking of, we would be remiss if we did not mention DeMar Hamlin. Last Monday when we were here, we stayed to watch Monday Night Football, and we watched an event take place that was unprecedented in the NFL. And a week later, luckily, the young man is gone home today.
Wow.
Off the ventilator, and he's on his way home today. So your prayers worked, and just watching that unfold in real time was wow.
It took me back to high school immediately.
Yeah.
It happened in high school, but the kid didn't survive, and so like right on the field. So again, rest in peace to Charles Satterwhite, because I was like literally a thing that had like he caught a touchdown pass. As soon as he got up, started running to the sideline, and it was done for. So like when I saw that last Monday, that was the first thing that came out of my mouth. Like,
Yeah, because watching it, when injuries happen on the field in the NFL, even some of the most severe injuries, you see the teams go down and they go pray or kneel or go see what's happening. But when they started showing the look on the players' faces, and Josh Allen just looked absolutely shook, and then players were crying, and I turned to nephew and was like, he died on that field twice, and they resuscitated. We know now that that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
But cardiac arrest, and it's a 1 in, I forgot what they said, chance of that happening. They say it's usually more prevalent in baseball games, and a lot of kids get that injury when they get hit in the chest with a baseball. But if you hit the right spot at the right moment, the right trajectory, the right amount of pressure, send him into cardiac arrest. So glad he's doing way better and is on his way home today. So exactly 1 week from when it happened, he's going home. So we're here today to talk about Chiefs football. The Chiefs did what they needed to do against the Raiders to make sure that they kept that number 1 seed, which means they'll get a bye week. Philadelphia Eagles did the same, which means they will also receive a bye week, which means that this weekend it is Super Wild Card weekend, and the schedule looks like this. Saturday, the early game is the NFC battle of the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. The Seahawks got in through the skin of their teeth and the will to fight from the Detroit Lions. That team is going to be dangerous next season.
The Lions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you never heard any talk about once in a lifetime situation. You never heard nobody say that the Lions was going to be dangerous,
Right.
unless they was at the zoo or at a Siegfried and Roy show.
They've been a brewing. Like they've been on the
That is the slowest brewed iced tea in the history of tea.
And I mean, not really, because you had the Matthew Stafford and Megatron years. They were
could never just put it all together.
Yeah, it just couldn't get there.
So again, I say, no, this team is real.
Yeah.
So it's not they're getting there. They are proven, a winning season for the Detroit Lions, which is wow. So Seattle, San Francisco, the 3:30 game on Fox on Saturday, and then you have the Chargers and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking place at 7:15 AFC battle on Saturday. Not sure that that's going to be as interesting a game, though.
It could be.
They all could be.
I mean, because even in this matchup, you still have 2 young teams. 2 two very still young quarterbacks. I'm not giving Justin Herbert really the the veteran or the experience label yet.
No, Jacksonville.
They're
I
both
would,
making- I mean,
I
they're
would
both making
not
their
want to
debut in the
play the Chargers. If I'm the Chiefs, that's one team I don't want to play.
Why not? They played everybody else. They was getting them hurt. So
No, I just feel like Buffalo. I just feel like the Chargers have a better matchup issue as far as their
Yeah.
defense goes, and we saw
And
that
if-
the Chargers were we talked about that in week 2. The Chargers were a much better team than the Chiefs as far as just all around defense versus offense. They were much better.
And if they're healthy, because they weren't healthy.
Yeah,
week
I
2
think
as well.
they're healthy now, but the only injury was Mike Williams, and I think he's day to day because he had a knee injury yesterday.
well, they were healthy in week 2, but they got out the game.
No, they didn't have Keenan Allen.
Okay, well,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
but
They weren't all the way
No,
healthy.
Yeah.
no, but
Yeah,
yeah.
hell, Mike Wilson ain't gonna be healthy.
But Jacksonville's no slouch right now either.
Yeah.
And they've got super
Yeah.
momentum. They've won.
True.
They won their last 7 in a row, 8 in a row.
And I mean, again, a young team, like figuring it out. Whatever new energy this coaching staff has brought there, like it's prevalent. And again, you see it late in the season. Like we talked about it early in the season of how it's it's like a tale of like 4 chapters when it comes to the season, and like those last 2 chapters really count. And
Their quarterback
But
just
in
looks like a Disney prince flipping his hair in slow motion.
But the
Yeah.
sunshine from what is it? Remember
You know,
the
so
Titans?
yeah, he's just got it. He's got that swag right now. He's feeling good about himself. He's like, I can do this.
And I look at the last 5 teams they've beat. Titans twice, Cowboys, Jets, and I mean the Texans. But I mean, still,
Yeah,
But see, but
Yeah.
in this matchup, though, when we're talking about quarterbacks, but it's going to come down to coaching. I trust Doug Peterson more than I do. What's the gentleman's name? Staley over the Chargers. I mean,
I wouldn't always do that, especially with a team as talented
and
as,
especially in the playoffs.
in the playoffs. But with a team as talented as the Chargers, like
have you not seen the talent on the Jaguars?
yes, like I just
I
complimented
mean, they got
them.
first round draft picks
I-
all over the place.
No, I get that, but again, with a young team, you have a lot of liability. You know, some guys maybe they're nervous. Some
I was
guys
going to say
make
might not be able to handle the
detrimental
pressure, or
mistakes.
This
yeah.
is the Chargers' first trip to the playoffs. I mean, those players. So
But a lot of those guys are
They veterans. Man.
again. I'm not saying the QB is. I'm not saying he's a veteran. He has some experience, but
Right.
I haven't seen him take that step that Josh Allen took last season.
But that's what I'm saying. Watching him in these last 7-8 games in a row that they've been able to put it all together, because they kind of struggle, but then
Yeah.
that light switch flipped and they went off. So we'll see what happens this Saturday, 7:15 in the evening game, and then on Sunday you have 2 AFC matchups and sandwiching an NFC game. So the early game you have the Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. That's the noon game.
Yeah, I think the Dolphins are going to take this one. I do. A lot of people don't.
You're hopeful. Just say hopeful.
No. It wouldn't matter anyway. I mean, because you're either going to face Cincinnati or the Buffalo Bills if that were the case. And I think Cincinnati. So it wouldn't matter. But I just feel like Buffalo has a lot that they're trying to play for.
In Miami, they should have won that game when they played in Buffalo last time.
Yeah.
This time it's early in the day versus a late night game.
Yeah.
So
And then the league is writing this story, so
Okay.
it's the Buffalo Bills game to lose
Showing on the AAW.
all the way
Network.
through. Yeah, absolutely. The NFC has the middle game, the Giants, who I think somebody left the door open and they snuck in there
I think that's the upset we see this weekend.
is it really
over
an
the
upset
over
way
the Vikings.
play?
You think?
Is that really an upset?
Yeah, I mean,
Over the Vikings?
with the Vikings
No,
being
no, I'm
13
saying- no,
and 4,
I'm saying
but
the teams that the Vikings have lost to,
Yeah.
they've been blown out, and so it's just. I mean, so if the Giants do it, would you really be surprised with the way that they played?
I wouldn't be.
Because they've been inconsistent the last 3-4 weeks.
I wouldn't be surprised because I'm not a fan of Kirk Cousins. So just
You don't even like some of your real cousins, so
I think the Vikings going to ride off into the sunset, though. Like, I really do. Yeah. I think they're.
all right.
They have a mixture that with you got a decent serviceable quarterback with top tier wide receiver.
I would
That's
say,
the
I
mixture
would say
that you
in
need.
this particular game, I would give the edge to the Vikings only because they are very bad when it comes to pass defense, but the Giants don't have any wide receivers.
Yeah.
So I would give the edge to the Vikings in this particular game.
And I only look at Kirk Cousins as like yes, he's serviceable. Yes, he can manage a game if the team is doing well.
Yeah.
But he's not a Patrick. He's not a guy.
Nobody
no
is.
way, no way.
Nobody
Well,
is.
and I'm not. Can't say nobody.
I'm just
There's
the
a
fact
few
that you said
quarterbacks.
something
Here we go.
positive
Yeah.
about Patrick. Scared me for a second, but here we go.
No,
Take him down the rabbit hole.
No, because there's a few quarterbacks that can put the team on their back. We're not going to say that Patrick is the lone and only guy in the league that can do
compare
that.
Kirk to somebody else. Don't compare it to Patrick, because those are two. There are levels to this.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to my comparison.
Is he a top 10?
I'm going to
Well,
say
he's
not even top
that
15.
Kirk Cousins is not a Patrick to where he can take the team and put them on his back. He needs the team to be playing well. And Kirk Cousins is one of those quarterbacks, very akin to Derek Carr. You get 2 turnovers on him, he's going to get to trying to do too much. So then that two turns into 4, whether it's interceptions, whether it's fumbles, strip sacks, whatever it is. And he's not able, again, to play like Patrick, where, yes, Patrick might throw 2 interceptions, but he's also going to most likely lead like a 2 to 5 minute drive at the end of the game and keep the team close enough.
All right.
You do know the Vikings have had more comeback from behind and 4th quarter wins than, than the Chiefs this year, right?
You could do all that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's a difference.
So he can win close ball games.
Well, it's the playoffs. The most interesting game of the weekend to me is the late Sunday matchup between Baltimore and Cincinnati, considering they just played yesterday and they have to go back at it a week later.
I mean, I think the players kind of like that. It really puts it up to who's the better team.
Yeah.
Well, and not even who's the better team. Who plays the best?
Who plays the best that day? Is Lamar going to
Jackson
show up?
Is
Lamar going to show up?
If I'm Lamar, I'm not playing. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't.
What am I putting? What am I risking an injury for? And they haven't,
because he's on the market after the season.
They haven't said they wanted to pay him. So y'all not going to invest in me. Why am I investing in y'all?
And they've been dangling that carrot above his head.
Yep.
I think there's an argument there to finish out your contract.
Oh no, there's not. After what he watched in Buffalo,
I'm not saying that. I'm with y'all.
He's
I'm
finished
just
his
saying.
Contract. Technically, he's a free agent until they tag
the
him.
season's not over.
His season though, because he's injured, so he doesn't have to come back and play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's been out the last 4 weeks.
Yeah,
it's been a
4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah, he doesn't have to. But depending on whatever move he decides to make, is it important for him to try to make this last run with Baltimore as their quarterback or not? The Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals Sunday is going to be an interesting game.
If he elects to sit, how does that change the league?
It doesn't.
It doesn't, because there'll be a few really good quarterbacks on the market after the season's over with. So he'll just be one of few.
And I watched. I saw like a either or, like who's going to play this weekend? Will it be Tua or will it be Lamar? Which one you guys think?
Tua.
But I'm saying, like, if he's healthy and he can,
if he's healthy,
what does he have, a shoulder injury?
But I'm saying like
knee injury.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if he elects to sit.
Now here's the thing: if Lamar chooses to play and he sat out long enough, because this last week they said he did show up to practice, so I don't think he'll run like Lamar Jackson in this game, but he can definitely put on a brace and then throw.
But that would kind of limit. I mean, if you're Lamar Jackson,
and I totally get it, but this will prove to the rest of the NFL world that he is as good a quarterback as he is a running back.
Well, I don't even think he wants to prove anything.
And I'm not saying he's out to prove anything, but again, you're talking about somebody who is putting together tapes.
Somebody will pay him. It may not be.
Oh, so he's gonna get paid.
Oh, he's gonna get some money.
I know, but
where he lives.
Look,
do you think he'll remain a Raven though?
No.
If they decide to tag him,
no.
Yeah. So, and then our lone wild card Monday night game will be the Dallas Cowboys against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and Tom Brady is 7-0 against the Dallas Cowboys. He's never lost to the Dallas Cowboys.
Wait, and this is a Buccaneers home game?
Yep.
They won the
Cowboys.
I mean, they won the division.
Is that Hook'em Horns?
I mean, that's Texas. Ain't that how they do it in Texas? How they do it in Texas?
Only for the Longhorns. I don't think that's for everybody.
That's only for the Longhorns.
Yeah, the Dallas Cowboys have
in Houston they do that, but that has nothing to do with sports.
So Dallas has a whole.
Nothing to
Dallas,
do with
you only use one finger.
What's that?
I can't put it up
The
on here,
bad
but
one.
I'll put it right there. You know,
But nah, Texas. If you're from Texas, you throw up the
that's
horns.
only for the Longhorns. Like
that's a
TCU's not
Houston
gonna be doing
thing
that tonight.
has nothing to do
Right, they
with
definitely won't be doing that.
Definitely will not be doing it.
I ain't do
So,
this.
But I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you look, both teams lost yesterday, but the manner in which Dallas took their L yesterday doesn't give me a lot of encouragement going into Monday.
I don't feel the energy. I haven't felt the energy from this Dallas team
since
since
the Philly win.
Well, and not even then. I'm
No,
talking.
I'm trying to put it on serious
No,
because
no.
the last couple of weeks
I'm saying I haven't really felt the energy from the Cowboys being a team and a threat in the league or in the playoffs since that first year with Dak and
let's
Zeke.
just put this out there. The last time the Dallas Cowboys won a playoff game, Troy Aikman was their quarterback.
Well, no.
Dak was their quarterback.
Yeah, against Seattle.
Yeah.
One playoff game?
They won a couple.
Well, no one.
Okay, well, the last thing they did anything of notoriety deep into the postseason, Troy Aikman was their quarterback.
Yeah.
And this could be the year. I mean, this could be.
It's going to be.
Let me tell you something.
Maybe they flip a switch.
I hear that as much as I hear Jesus is coming back.
Oh, wow.
Because we have heard that a lot. This is Dak's year.
You've heard that.
The world ends June 15th, 1999. The world ends August 4th, 2006. Jesus is coming back on September 8th, 2016.
CD Lamb is going to channel Dez
So,
Bryant.
between that,
it's gonna be.
you got. But here's the one thing for sure: we know Jesus is coming back. The one thing we definitely know for sure: Dallas Cowboys hate. So there's that.
Well, according to my prediction at the beginning of the season,
but you're putting up hook 'em horns. You don't even know who you're rooting for at this point.
That's
so
Texas.
Can
man.
we listen to you?
Do we have anybody in here from Texas that knows that? Don't y'all do this in Texas?
For
Look,
the
there's a Texas
Longhorns.
person right there.
You don't do that for the Cowboys, though.
Are you from Dallas or Houston?
See
Which
what I'm
one?
saying? He's like, yeah, we don't do
You
that.
from Houston? Can Dallas people do this too?
In Houston, does that have anything to do with football?
It does.
Please go to South Houston and do that, and please report back.
No, he's not going to report back because that's like a gang sign down there. Somebody's going to take him smooth out.
Please go to Missouri City and do that.
Oh,
and
all right.
report
So
back.
let's do this. Seattle, San Francisco. Who you taking?
San Francisco.
What was the question?
Seattle, San Francisco. Who you taking?
I got San Francisco.
Yeah,
San Francisco.
Let me
just
write these
feels
down
like
so I
a
can make
hot
some
team
bets this
right
week.
now.
All right, that was unanimous. How about the Chargers in Jacksonville?
Jacksonville.
I'm going Chargers.
I got the
right
Chargers
now.
too.
I'm with you on Jacksonville.
So put the 4-0 and 2-2.
2-2. All right, so Miami, Buffalo.
I got Miami. Why you laugh? Why is that funny?
Who's the quarterback of Miami?
Tua's gonna play.
You gonna look up? You gonna look up on Sunday?
Teddy Bridgewater.
No, 3 are gonna be playing. They gonna go 1, 2, or 3.
Because he gonna be seeing 3 of them, 3 of him, and 3 of him, and 3 of them. Because what's the 7 dwarfs? Daisy and Dizzy and
what the dwarfs? What are you?
Hold on, what is it?
Dopey,
Sneezy,
Sneezy, Sleepy.
What is that's
Grumpy?
That's not Alvin and a Chipmunk. What is that?
Oh, wow.
Is that the 7 dwarfs?
Those are the 7 dwarfs, but there's no
Sleazy
concussion. There's not one of them. So who are you taking?
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
So it's 3-1 Buffalo, Miami.
And you know what? Because this matchup, if Miami can continue on their ascension, I think that can be like a nice rivalry in the AFC for the next 4 to 5 years.
Possibly.
They had lost it, but see, Miami's lost 6 in a row before yesterday's win over the Jets. And again, if Tua plays, then I give him a shot. But if he's not out there playing, it's hard for me to see how they.
The last thing I saw at that Miami game this weekend was Tyreek and Bridgewater walking in the tunnel together.
And they just couldn't
holding hands and skipping. I don't know what was
11-6, right? Was the score?
11-6.
Yeah, there was no touchdowns in that game until the very last.
Wow.
Yeah, it was all bad.
Why are you talking? It was only 1 touchdown in your game, Philly. They all field goals in that game.
Yeah, it was.
He didn't throw one touchdown pass.
Okay.
Or one? Did he throw one? He didn't even throw a touchdown pass.
What seed did they end up?
Hold up, because
he always
he is semi-moisturized today. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that in just a little bit. He is semi-moisturized today. So we need to know why it's not either dry or fully moisturized. So we'll get to that. Giants, Minnesota. You taking Minnesota?
Minnesota, yeah.
You got?
I got Minnesota.
I'm going Giants. Yeah.
I was gonna say
that's the upset of the weekend, I think, for me.
2-2. I'm going with the Giants. I think it will be an upset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
I think Daniel Jones shows everyone who the real number 8 is out there.
Oh, snap.
Sheesh.
Where's the little shots fired thing?
Oh.
Like, y'all are dumb. Oh my God. Corny. tomato.
Oh, you had one job. Boom, 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 burn. All right. So, Baltimore, Cincinnati. Depending on who plays.
Nah, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
I got Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Cincinnati. That one's a unanimous thing because I think that the league has already decided who's going forth because they've got a storyline they need to create.
Even though I think Baltimore's defense, and they're always good, but I think their defense may step up. It's going to be tough for. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk. It's definitely going to be tough for Cincinnati.
My only question yesterday when they played, did they have, besides Lamar, because I know he was injured, but did they rest players yesterday?
I didn't see.
I don't think they did.
Okay.
All right, Dallas, Tampa Bay, Monday night.
Start with that man.
Dallas. What you mean?
To hook 'em horns. Hook 'em horns.
What you mean?
I'm gonna go with Tom Brady.
I got Brady and Super. So I got Tom Brady.
So it's 3-1 on that because he's 7-0 and it's Tom Brady. So the league's going to make sure they continue.
And
he's at home. So the league is going to make sure that is a Tom Brady game.
Dallas
I'm going to keep this.
Dallas smoking on that Tampa Bay pack.
And then it's
on Monday night.
And then Tom.
Hold on.
You know Tom.
The reason why they smoking on that pack because Dak keeps throwing all them interceptions.
And
led
Tom
the league in
keeps giving the pack away.
He led the league in interceptions and played in 5 fewer games than everybody.
Tom will get 2 Tom calls at least.
Oh no, he'll get 2 Tom. He'll get 2 Tom calls a quarter.
Tom and Aaron Rodgers gonna be in the same spot. On the couch.
No, that's gonna be Dak because Dak gonna get the ball.
Tom is gonna eventually join him, but it won't be this weekend.
Yeah,
it won't be this weekend.
What Aaron Rodgers say? That carousel stops at some point. Ain't that what he said?
Yeah, but he was high on mushrooms. He thought he was actually at an amusement park. He don't know. All right, so before we take our first break of the evening, I do want to let you know that no quarterback in NFL history has been responsible for more yards from scrimmage in the NFL season than Patrick Mahomes. With 202 yards passing, 29 yards rushing, he passed Drew Brees, who totaled 5,562 yards passing and rushing in 2011 with New Orleans. Mahomes finished the season with 5,614 yards.
Say that one more time.
5,614 yards.
One more time for the people in the back.
He had over 5,000 passing yards.
That's what I'm talking about.
5,250 yards passing, 358 yards rushing, 6 yards receiving to set an all-time record. He needed 180 yards receiving week 18, reaching the mark by halftime. He was doing his thing.
Man.
So shout out to Patrick Mahomes in the record books once again.
And this man says that there's another QB in the league right now that can do that. I don't know.
Again,
Right.
everybody wants to compare everybody to Patrick. Like compare Kirk to somebody else.
I mean, but that's what you do. You go straight
That
to the
wasn't
top
a
to make your
comparison.
comparisons.
I wasn't comparing. I said he wasn't him. So how is it saying he's not? Is compared?
First of all,
compare them to.
Q was half moisturized, and he's got on a Q branded sweatshirt. So we got
Leave
a lot
that
of
man
stuff to
alone.
get to the bottom of today because he's on one, and we need to know what he's celebrating secretly on the inside. He knows something we don't know.
I had to wear this pastel to let you all know that I come in love today.
Hey, but Steve,
Because you all are
You waving the white flag or what?
No, you guys are always full of so much vitriol.
Understand something now. But that 5,600 yards you talked about, that includes 45 touchdowns. But mind you, now stats don't matter.
And again, we're not going there yet. Just hold up. Put your Buick in reverse for a second, Josh. We're going back there.
How long?
Terry. Back up.
How long do y'all think?
Put it in reverse, Terry.
How long do y'all think that record stands? Because Drew Brees
Next year.
Yeah,
Until he breaks it again.
Right. Patrick brings it next year.
All right, so we'll get into all that. We're going to take our first break of the evening. We are live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House on the corner of 18th and Vine. the historic Jazz District. It is going down, our last regular season show on the TV screens. You've got the National College Football Championship game about to take place. TCU against the Georgia Bulldogs. And it should be a good one. We'll see.
We're going to give our prediction on that before it starts?
It's already started, but nobody scored yet.
Yeah.
So
7-0.
Are they already?
Yeah, they just scored.
I didn't see that. All right, so real fast, TCU, Georgia.
I'll say Georgia.
TCU, Georgia.
TCU.
He done went from the hook 'em horns to arthritic fingers. We don't know what's happening right now.
That's TCU. That's the horn frog.
That is the horn frog.
Yeah.
The horny toads. I get it.
Or the juju.
It's gonna be hard to beat that Georgia defense, but I would love to see an upset today, but I'm gonna go ahead and say Georgia.
I'm going to go with Georgia, but I had TCU with the points. 14
All right,
and a half.
so he's playing the top from the bottom as always.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's Black Monday as well. We'll talk about what happened in the NFL today as far as coaches go, and we'll talk more about the NFL playoffs. We'll talk about this bye week with the Eagles and the Chiefs, and the Chiefs still possibly not playing the AFC Championship, or AKA the Arrowhead, the 5th annual Arrowhead Invitational here if Buffalo Bills win, and we'll see what the opinions are on that as well. As we come back, we're going to take our first break of the evening. It's the Red Hour. Back in moments. Welcome back to the Red Hour, live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House, the historic 18th Divine Jazz District. On this, the last regular season show for the Red Hour. Chiefs beat the Las Vegas Faders in Arrowhead West, which could possibly be the site for the AFC Championship, depending on whether or not the Buffalo Bills win, lose, draw this weekend. This win is because of Damar Hamlin's accident and them canceling the game between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. And it also means that Cincinnati may have to do a coin flip. But more importantly, they're talking about the Chiefs playing the AFC Championship on neutral ground, as they call it. What do you think about that?
It is what it is. I mean, the league, billionaire owners, they can do what they want to do. So you just have to, no matter where you play it at, you still got to win the ball game to get to the Super Bowl. So I think the Chiefs can handle it.
So learn today that because both of these teams have wintertime as a season, and they both have undomed stadiums, that the neutral site could be in Pittsburgh or somewhere, which I think if they do it in Pittsburgh, that still leans more towards,
I don't,
you know.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would lean it towards more. You know.
I didn't.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying in general, but yeah.
I mean, where would you go closer to here?
I said
would
that the
think Atlanta.
AFC Championship game should be in Arizona, where the Super Bowl is, considering whoever wins that game is going to have to be right back there in a few days to get ready for press week and do all that stuff to get ready for the Super Bowl. It only makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's still
it'd be
an
a whole nother
unfair
week.
advantage to
who?
I mean, to them, just being there, being comfortable already.
And I think it would be more.
Eh.
I think it'd be more apt to go to a dome like Atlanta or Vegas.
I think they should just go to Tennessee, go to Nashville.
But Tennessee's eliminated, so it could be a Tennessee thing.
I think that the Chiefs, who have the better record, regardless of what they decided to do with that Bengals Bills game, should be able to play at home. Period.
Yeah,
they earned that spot.
We've seen
played their games,
and we've seen it all season long. The past few seasons, Chiefs fans travel now. Like they travel well. They're one of the best well-traveled teams in the league
if
now.
we go to baseball rules, considering the fact that Cincinnati was up on top of the Buffalo Bills,
Buffalo rightfully laid off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
I said, did I tell you that?
Yeah, but they canceled the game. So is that the
Yeah,
game
and I get that.
Y'all were
It's a
hoping.
forfeit. It's a forfeit.
Nobody was hoping. I mean, because
wasn't a
if it was the other way around, if Buffalo was up 7 on top of Cincinnati's 3, it would still been
Yeah,
all right.
but
Buffalo was.
Y'all were still hoping for a Cincinnati win.
Oh, we all wanted Cincinnati to win because we wanted that top seed. We wanted that week off. But I don't think it's fair that the Chiefs should be punished.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think either of the other teams should be punished. I think they did. I think the decision was about as neutral as they could go.
As neutral as they could go is would allow the Chiefs to flip a coin and pick heads or tails. Heads, you play at home. Tails, you play at a neutral location.
Rob Abbott said Bills aren't making it, so there's that aspect.
The Bills are going to make it. And this is the NFL is the new WWE. They're building a storyline.
This is a reinvigorated team.
But here's my question. Here's my question. So when does the league make that announcement though? Because I mean, you have to get past the divisional, or at least they have to get to divisional. And if it's them,
they're going to make it
Cincinnati.
Whenever the Buffalo Bills game ends, I think they'll make the announcement.
Yeah,
you're talking about for this weekend.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be after.
I'm saying you'd have. I mean, just for planning purposes.
Yeah.
Presuming.
Well, it is the
Kansas
no
City
fun
wins.
league because they'll do it the Saturday before the game if they want to. So it is what it is.
That's literally what I'm thinking it might happen.
Man, and they like the drama. So we're live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House for the last regular season game of the Red Hour. And today, as always, the following Monday of the regular NFL season is Black Monday. There were coaches on the hot seat. Some of them ended up on the guillotine. Nate Hackett in Denver, we saw him walk out early.
We knew that was going to be.
Yep. Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona, gone.
And that right there shows you how important a quarterback is to a team, or they make it a quarterback to a team.
Because this is definitely about Kyler Murray.
They chose Kyler Murray over their head coach.
Yeah, but also remember the GM though. He was, they gave him an extension, but they gave him the additional year because when they fired Steve Wilkes, he was the GM that brought in Josh Rosen, and then the following year brought in Kingsbury as well as Kyler Murray.
So is Kingsbury getting another league job?
College job. He's going back to college.
He's going back to college.
Yeah.
If he stays in the league, he'll be a coordinator.
Or
a QB coach.
Or that's what I'm saying. He'll be a coordinator, or he'll be a specialties coach.
I could see him coordinator for the Chiefs.
Speaking of coordinators, Joe Woods, who's the defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, he got the axe.
Yeah, he was bad.
So what's his team?
No. I'm saying he didn't make they were like the 5th to 6th rated team when it came to points allowed in the first quarter. It was the last 3 quarters that they were one of the worst teams in the league.
Couldn't hold up. Lovie Smith gone in Houston after 1 year.
We said that.
We knew that.
Yeah,
we knew that going into the season.
And I was joking, said if Houston had lost that last game yesterday and got the first round draft pick, Lovie might still be there. So Lovey's like, y'all have one job. This is the one game y'all want to win.
And to me, that's another
that's
city that is good for Eric Bieniemy. I feel like that'd be a good city. I mean, I wouldn't want to take it. You probably wouldn't want to take it, but
who wants to take that job? That's the next question.
They are
because
if I'm a black coach, I'm not.
Because look at every move that they've made since they gotten rid of who was a receiver that went to Arizona?
DeAndre
Hopkins. So when every move
like
that they made since that.
But that's because you had Bill O'Brien playing the head coach and the general manager. Like that never worked.
Okay, so now that he's gone, right?
Yeah.
Since then,
there's been a huge fallout.
That was a ripple effect.
Yeah.
So I'm saying since they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins to now, who wants to work in that organization?
Yeah. If the bag is big enough,
quarterback they were trying.
if the bag is big enough, who wouldn't?
I don't know if it's a bag big. I would rather sit and wait at my current
Does
job.
Coach Saturday have a
than to
brother
go
that
there.
coaches? They can send him there.
Yeah, Friday.
Right. He took my
Because
joke.
the Houston job is what's the Netflix show Squid Games? That's exactly
Oh,
what
yeah.
that is.
And now here's the most interesting of the coaches today. Sean McVay, who mentioned a couple of weeks ago that he was like, I don't know what I want to do. I don't know if I want to stay. I don't know if I want to go. I'm going to take a couple weeks and decide.
I don't think he comes back.
Because he's setting it up like this, I don't think he's coming back.
Which is crazy, man. They just won the Super Bowl last season.
But to go from first to worst, he's one of those. It does happen, but
Not
it
like
does.
that.
I think he's
Why
just
It's never happened in the history of the league before like that.
first to worst.
Yeah, no, I'm saying to where, in that scenario,
You got to remember, you lost so many key pieces.
Yeah,
What
that's
You
bad?
lost so many key
I
pieces.
think-
No, it wasn't a key piece. It was a draft. It was a draft haul that they gave up. Like you said, F them picks. That's what they did. They won the Super Bowl.
I think
It's the repercussions.
I
I
think
never
Sean
said
McVay.
everything.
I
No,
think
the
Sean
owner- the
McVay's
owner
vanity
said-
keeps
the
him
owner
from going back.
Who?
His vanity keeps him from going back.
Nah,
Yeah, man, that's Hollywood, man. He loves
And
that.
he thought he absolutely believes he's a
You could
coaching
He's had a lot of things,
mastermind.
but Sean, but he got married. His grandfather. He's had a lot of things happen over this past year that would send him in another direction. Plus, you got these TV broadcasters that's throwing $10 million+ at him to join the broadcast.
What the hell does that mean? This ain't the first year that has happened.
He
No, but
would
what
go
I'm
to.
saying
I
is-
think we just answered my question. He would go to Houston.
Who?
Sean McVay.
No way.
No.
No way he's leaving Hollywood
No.
for that.
The hell?
He's,
No way.
he's not gonna.
He ain't got a
He'll be on
quarterback.
TV before he. Yeah.
Man, he lost his star wide receiver. His defense is playing like trash. Man,
Lost
there's
his
so
quarterback.
many. Yeah, there's
And y'all
so
don't think he
many.
could go rebuild nothing in Houston?
I don't think.
No,
I don't.
not like no.
The Houston
didn't
Texans
rebuild
would be a
that.
viable.
But does he have the clout to get another job to win right
But
now?
why would he want to go to
Yeah,
Houston?
he's not going
After
anywhere
everything you
else.
just
That's
said,
Boy
why would he
Wonder.
want to go to Houston?
That's Boy Wonder.
like
Before
I said,
Saturday,
his vanity. is
before
gonna keep him
Saturday,
from-
there was like, how is he getting this job? Sean McVay. They were just because he's so young and
Yeah. He was Hollywood.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yep.
And shout out to Mike Tomlin, who found a way somehow to end up with 16 non-losing seasons
He's a hell of a
in the
coach.
NFL.
Man,
Shout out to Mike Tomlin.
I
on
mean that that just shows why Eric Bieniemy needs a job, because he can relate to the players and he can speak their language. He can get people to buy in.
but you gotta have
But-
you meant buy-in. You gotta
but-
have an organization that
but
will
that's-
allow that.
But no, and that's what I'm saying. Like he stepped into a situation where he was able to do himself the best
Right.
that he could, and he
It was
wasn't.
a perfect fit.
He wasn't held with any constraints.
perfect fit.
'Cause even in Houston, even in Dallas,
Granted, he had a Hall of Fame quarterback too,
Yeah.
and a Hall of Fame running back
And
at one point, and
I can give you
Came
that.
into a
but
perfect
still-
situation.
But you still have to have the whole team buy in, because I mean, even if you look at it,
No,
a
no.
lot of
He had
those players.
ownership buy-in.
And
Yeah.
Sean McVay's got chunky soup money and some other endorsements,
And,
so he's cool.
Rob said 16 seasons, one Super Bowl, and that wasn't even his team.
I mean, he still won it,
Yeah,
because I mean, even
true.
Sean, you could say that about Sean McVay. They bought that championship, but
Pretty much.
yeah,
All right, so I think I discovered why Q has on his pastel Q marked
Said he comes with
sweatshirt,
love
and his
today.
hair is half moisturized. I think I figured it out.
Wow.
Because we got the list of teams that we're playing next season, and his Philadelphia Eagles are coming to Kansas City.
Ooh.
But
You going
will
to the
he
game?
get-
You can
will
go to
he
that
get the
we'll see.
So the Chiefs will be playing next season. The Broncos, of course, Chargers, of course, Raiders, of course. The Buffalo Bills are coming to Kansas City. The Miami Dolphins are coming to Kansas City. Saw that one coming. The Bengals, Bears, the Lions.
One of those games is going to be in Germany, just so you
I
know.
was,
Oh, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
predict with one. I think it's gonna be the Lions.
And I was going to say
Yeah.
it's going to be the Lions or the Miami game.
No, Lions or the Bears.
Lions on Thanksgiving in Germany.
Ooh.
That'd be dope, wouldn't it? Yeah.
That ain't gonna happen.
That ain't gonna happen. That's
No.
definitely because it's America.
Sayonara.
It's gonna be America. And the Philadelphia Eagles are coming. They'll be playing the Patriots in New England. We always play the Patriots in New England.
What if they do Philly and Chiefs in No, it had to be one of their away games. Or
One
home
of-
games.
yeah.
It has to be one of
So
them.
it's Philly's coming here, right?
Yes.
So if they do Philly and
Fox is not going to let that game go.
Yeah, that's too big
don't
of a
think so?
game.
Again,
It's too big of a game to have them playing at 8 a.m. on Sunday.
Yeah, the game's gonna be on the NFL Network, so it's gonna be Chicago or Detroit.
so let me give y'all this scenario.
It-
Chiefs.
Okay, now you have to think marketing and TV, they'll draw you to get better ratings for that early game. So that's why I'm thinking with the scenario of the Miami Dolphins and Tyreek Hill and the Kansas City
I
Chiefs.
can
Let me give y'all this scenario.
That's what I'm
Chiefs make Super Bowl along with Philly, and then they'll go back next year and play the home opening game in Germany.
no.
No, okay.
No.
I'm
All
saying no.
All right.
I'm saying no.
Y'all
to,
nix that.
I'm saying no to the top
Like,
two.
y'all are dumb. Oh my god. Corny,
You can do that.
lame, boo,
You can do that all you
tomato,
want.
tomato.
But the best quarterback from each conference right now, like, no.
Patrick Mahomes and who? So we're going to Jacksonville. We're playing the Jets in New York, the Packers in Green Bay, and the Vikings in Minnesota.
It's good to know you
Away
can
games.
lie with a straight face.
I got to keep you entertained, man. But yeah, so Philly's coming to KC. That's going to be
That'll be fun.
that'll be definitely for you. You can wear your half Chiefs jersey, half Eagles jersey.
I think the next Eagles game I go to is going to be in Philly anyway.
Really?
I was already planning on going to the home opener.
You know you can only take a small amount of moisturizer on the plane. You can't take more than what 4 ounces.
Yeah, you got
That's
you,
fine.
you got
Hey,
to pick it in.
Hey, that's look. Philly is a chocolate city. I will not have any trouble.
Finding any moisturizer in
Not
Philly.
at all.
They're all natural there, by the way.
And I'll have plenty of cheesesteaks. So
There's that. So the Chiefs won this game. They get the number 1 seed. They get this bye week. I've already taken the Chiefs off of my Super Bowl schedule because of the way that they were playing.
fair weather fans. man,
I'm
I
not a
tell
fair
you.
weather fan. I'm a realist. I'm a realist.
Okay.
And I've watched how they play, and the way that they played is not going to get them to the Super Bowl, bottom line.
facts.
So they played a wounded Raiders squad without Derek
They
Carr.
played a lot of wounded squads this
They
year.
they played wounded. They,
I
they,
mean, you can only play who's on your schedule.
they limped their way through some of those games. They were all 1-score games. But as we see now with the playoff schedule the way it is, these opponents, they're no walks in the park. So I don't see them playing that up to the level of their competition, winning by 3 or 6 points in the playoffs. But you still have the Chiefs, of course, going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And you have the Chiefs and the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl.
I do. Is that funny?
I got
to
the
you?
Chiefs on the Bucks. So.
I do. So one of us come next Monday.
Both of you
No,
will be
next
wrong.
Tuesday.
Next,
Well,
yeah.
Tuesday.
No, we won't be here next week. Don't we get a bye week?
No, we're not getting a bye week. We still got to preview who they're gonna play.
Facts.
Did we get a bye?
We already had one bye week. You thought we was off the
Did
hook?
we get a
We already had one.
I had plans. I was going to Germany next Monday. I'm scouting locations for the Chiefs Miami Dolphins game. I was going to be gone on Monday.
Nah, the people want the show, so we got to bring it next Monday. Talk about our previews.
I thought we did post shows. We don't do previews. This is a post show.
You got to get folks ready for the playoffs.
That's right.
We'll be back to talk about with management on that one. So we're going to take our second break of the evening right now. I need to call my agent and call the boss of the show and discuss this bye week.
Make sure your
next
schedule is clear.
Lamar said Cowboys won't be making the playoff. Excuse me,
See?
the Cowboys won't be.
He's smart.
Stop, Lamar. We appreciate you watching, but stop it. Stop right now.
No,
Stop.
the Cowboys
Got
will be
him.
making the playoffs this weekend, but that's it.
About to be 10-7.
He meant to say it
Super
won't be
Bowl.
going to
Yeah,
the Super
Super
Bowl.
Bowl.
Yeah,
they
they
said-
definitely ain't going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know because they could get tickets easy. We're going to take a break right now. That's our second break of the evening as we're live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House, getting ready to talk about the Chiefs and the possibility of not going to the Super Bowl and how that might look. So we'll get an alternate look at who might go to the Super Bowl. So we'll stick around for that. We're live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House in historic 18th and Vine Jazz District on this Victory Monday, the last regular season show of the season. Back in
17.
moments. Welcome back to the Red Hour, live from Soiree Steak and Oyster House, historic 18th and Vine Jazz District. I have to let you know that if you have not been to Soiree Steak and Oyster House, one, what the hell is wrong with you? Two, the food is amazing. The atmosphere is incredible. The vibe is unmatched, and we are going to be taking it on the road. We will be doing Soiree at Sea this coming October. We are taking a cruise ship to the Bahamas. And everything that you love about Soiree Steak and Oyster House, we're going to do on the Celebrity Cruise Line. So we're going to do a very nice, very, very nice cruise line. So, yeah, absolutely. We can do the Red Hour live from the cruise ship if y'all down with that. Oh, Jesus. So
Candyman.
Saturday brunch, Sunday brunch, Thursday reverse happy hour will be on the cruise ship. We will also be doing Quez's brunch on the cruise ship. We're also going to take over Bimini, be on the Pink Beach, and have a cigar smoke. So Ash and Sand is going down on the Bahamas as well. So October 20, let me check my notes here. But everything, again, that you love about Soiree Steak and Oyster House, we are taking on the road with us.
I wish we could just pick the dates on the bye week.
Soiree at Sea was happening October 25th through October 30th.
What's the chances that's the Chiefs bye week?
It's
Probably not. So I'll see y'all later because
all right.
That's another thing I need to talk to my agent about.
And you know what happened? That'll be the week that we have to go to Germany or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so we'll be in Nassau. We're hitting Bimini. We're going to have a big rooftop celebration in Miami because that's our port city the night before we leave. So it'll be hosted by Travel Passion. Black Chamber of Commerce is going to have a meet and greet as well. So if you want to go, you can go to Soiree Steak and Oyster House website, or I'll give you some more information. Follow me on Facebook, and we'll post it there as well, so you'll know the deadlines for purchasing. And you don't even need a passport for this trip.
Can I wear my thongs?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Just not at any of our events.
I can wear my thongs. What y'all thought I was talking about? Underwear?
That's what you were talking about.
That's about sandals,
because
man.
we call them slides and flip flops in my neighborhood.
My sandals, they thong sandals.
Because Steve probably got them where they go over his shoulders too.
Yep, that's how he got the nickname Banana Hammock.
And they Star Spangled Banner too.
They're black.
Oh.
They're black.
Pay, come get your dad. So we know Wild Card Weekend kicks off. Super Wild Card Weekend kicks off this Saturday. So in the real world, or an alternate universe for some of you guys, if the Chiefs don't make it out of the playoffs, who do you think will be representing the AFC in the Super Bowl?
I would say Bengals.
See,
No, much as I don't want to say it, I mean,
it's funny because I would go Bengals, but to Sean's point earlier, man, if you try to go by that storyline, you would think
the NFL is famous for their storylines, and whatever the NFL wants, the NFL gets.
Yeah, but hang on, but they're also about ratings too, man.
The ratings right now would be through the roof because everybody would love to see the Buffalo Bills win the Super Bowl in the name of DeMar Hamlin.
Well, yeah, and right. I'm not gonna say everybody, but I think they're
the world is rooting for them.
I think they're a team that's reinvigorated.
I'm just saying what y'all thinking. I'm not.
I want you to be healthy, but I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Let me read a post from a Buffalo Bills fan on Twitter this morning.
Okay.
Hey, well, actually, it's a Bengals fan. It's a Bengals fan here. Given what we've been through with you guys, combined with our bond through Andy Dalton breaking your guys' playoff drought, I feel like our fan bases are now bonded like no other two fan bases have ever been before. I and a lot of other Bengal fans consider us brothers. So no matter what happens in the playoffs, even if we have to play each other in divisionals, let's agree that whoever makes it to the AFC Championship game will root for the other to beat Kansas City. Those fans are so full of themselves. They want to call Mahomes the GOAT, call themselves a dynasty, and disrespect both of our squads. The NFL might have screwed us with how they decided to handle the situation, but we don't have to have any ill feelings toward each other. I hope you all can accept my offers of this Bengals fan, Bills Alliance, so we can be AFC blood brothers. Let's go Bengals, hooray, and let's go Bills Mafia. So they're already starting to build this whole little scenario in the interwebs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
why are people so upset about Patrick Mahomes? I saw, I think it was the Denver Broncos. I don't know if y'all saw that Denver Broncos like offensive lineman where he was being interviewed after their season ending, whatever, and he said, "I'm so pissed off. They want to do this merry-go-round, ring around the rosy thing. I just hate that they did that, and I hate Patrick Mahomes." Or something crazy like that. He said, and I'm like, why are they so mad?
And do you remember when Michael Jordan was like, yeah, nobody talks stuff about me, so I just made it up in my head to motivate myself.
Yeah,
that's all that is.
Yeah.
You remember when I mentioned early in the season that the AFC West spent all that money to compete with Patrick Mahomes? You said, I don't think that they did that to compete with Patrick Mahomes. You remember that, Q?
I mean, I stand on my point that every team tries to get better.
Oh, yeah, but the AFC West spent crazy money, like $500 million just to compete with Patrick Mahomes in the AFC.
Because you got to spend that to get a capable quarterback.
No, they went way above and beyond.
They had Drew Lock last year.
Whoa!
You know what?
Whoa!
You mentioned Drew Lock as much as everybody else mentions Tyreek Hill. You know that?
He's in the playoffs. He's in the playoffs. Sorry, Steve. He's a playoff quarterback right now. Yeah, he's in the playoffs.
You mentioned
he's not the starter, and he's not the backup, but he's in the playoffs.
Load him up.
He's on the playoff roster.
You mentioned Drew Lock as much as all the other commentators mentioned Tyreek Hill.
Because it's triggering for him. You hear him. You hear him? It's triggering for him.
Hey, Steve. Oh, look up. I didn't say it.
Because Steve, at the beginning of the season, Steve thought he was going to be the starter.
Oh, Steve swore up and down.
If he would have took them to the playoffs,
and he's not even the backup.
To the backup.
Like, y'all are dumb. Oh my god. Lame, bull, tomato.
Jeez. Don't hurt him, Q. All right, so as we get ready for Super Wild Card Weekend, it's going down. It's going to happen. Kansas City Chiefs are going to face the lowest remaining seed in the AFC.
Who do y'all want that to be?
I don't want it to be the Chargers.
I don't care at this point. I mean, like I've always said, you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. So whoever makes it out, come on.
Well, because we all know Steve doesn't want to see Buffalo. And he's gonna say, "Oh, I just think they're gonna lose."
You know, I want the reason why I say Cincinnati Chiefs AFC Championship game because they've lost to them 3 times in a row.
I would like to see the Bengals because they're not going to win a 4th time against the Chiefs. So I'd like to get that out of the way.
Well, and since I said Miami is going to beat Buffalo, they'll be facing Miami.
Yeah,
here next 2 Sundays from now.
And I think that will be the most boring game.
Saturday.
I think it'll be a Saturday game.
Okay, that'd be the most boring game. But I think I'd like to go ahead and see the Bengals in the divisional round,
and
while we get it out of the way.
And while we were talking about the AFC and the Chiefs, this is one thing that we really didn't talk about: how the Chiefs went undefeated in the AFC West this year.
But haven't we done that already?
No, we haven't. Because
under Patrick Mahomes, we haven't gone undefeated in the AFC West.
No, because I think
not last year. They lost to the Chargers at home.
They
lost to the Raiders at home.
I think they did his MVP season,
but they went undefeated this year, though.
They did. And Patrick Mahomes is top candidate for the MVP.
Say that one more time.
Yeah,
people in the back.
I did see they was trolling. I think it was Keenan Allen today because he was like, "Yeah, now that Tyreek's gone, this guy's gonna be exposed." So he's got pie on his face.
Yeah, there's a lot of crow being eaten. As far as Patrick Mahomes being the MVP of the league,
and quarterbacks have those 1 touchdown days or no touchdown days.
They do,
but
they don't have 5,600 yard days.
Yeah, I do remember when
he does it a Super Bowl.
When's the last time?
I know, but I do remember when the season started.
That's the last time I was going to ask.
In the Super Bowl,
but not during the regular season.
In the Super Bowl,
like Jalen Hurts.
In the Super Bowl when it count.
I do remember though.
Remember that Super Bowl, Steve?
We were standing next to each other.
Yes, we were.
I remember.
Yeah.
You don't want to hit it?
Steve didn't talk after the first
Y'all
quarter.
are dumb. Oh my god, corny.
Steve did
lame,
not talk.
bull,
Like,
tomato.
hey, Steve was like Bane. He.
And why wouldn't you be?
But that's an asterisk there.
No.
It's there because
you started to get on that high horse till you remember
offensive
the Super
line.
Bowl.
That's why.
That's an excuse.
See, now I know Dallas is not going to the Super Bowl.
Why?
Because they're not. But one thing I would love to see though is the Dallas Cowboys take on the Philadelphia Eagles and beat them.
It's possible.
Oh, it's absolutely
It's a
possible.
division rival.
But
It's possible.
but I would
NFC Championship game, though. Ooh. Would that hurt you? Would that hurt your feelings?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. The Cowboys,
okay.
the Cowboys
They ain't
wouldn't get
going
past
to the
49ers.
NFC Championship.
The Cowboys wouldn't get past the 49ers.
We're talking about the Cowboys versus the Eagles, not the 49ers. Excuse me.
But they'd have to get past 49ers.
So are you
first.
just Santa Claus ain't real, the Easter Bunny ain't real, the Tooth Fairy don't even like teeth? What are we doing right now?
I mean, I got the Bucks beating them, so I'm not gonna go
Jeez.
against my own pick.
Tom Brady is I'm over it.
I keep saying it. I need to see Tom Brady lose before I pick against him
And since we're mentioning
in
NFC,
big games, especially in big games.
Croy said Pete Carroll should be the coach executive of the year for getting the picks for trading Russ and getting the team to the playoffs.
Well, there's that. Well,
I mean, I would.
the
I would
Detroit
halfway
Lions
agree.
The Detroit Lions got the Seattle Seahawks to the playoffs.
I would go with Doug Peterson. I mean, I know a lot of people going with the
So let's-
coach for the Giants, but I think Doug Peterson deserves some votes as well.
Let's be real. The Detroit Lions got the Seahawks to the playoffs. Not Pete Carroll.
They did.
Jeez.
Geno Smith was show begging for go Lions.
Jeez. All right, folks. That's going to do it for this edition of the Red Hour.
Chiefs Vikings Super Bowl.
Huh?
Oh,
Ooh,
old school.
ooh.
Oh, it was 1968.
Rob said that. Yeah,
Nah,
Jeez.
they don't want to see that.
we appreciate y'all commenting.
Yeah,
on
we
the
do.
show,
We
too.
appreciate y'all.
I mean,
And tell your
any-
friends, say family to like us on Facebook.
It's any given Sunday, but do y'all really think Kirk Cousins is winning 3 games in January?
You don't want them to do. You don't want them to win one.
I'm
game.
not saying I don't want him to. I'm saying I don't think
either
he
I need
can.
Kirk
I don't think
Cousins
he
to
can
go
either.
far, or I need
Hold on.
the Philadelphia Eagles to fall super flat on that. I just need you to come in here with your hair so dry it looks brittle and flammable. I just need you to come in that distraught that you can't even get your headphones down over your hair
Yeah,
that day.
I'll cosplay for you all. if that happens.
Oh, I know one thing. I'm going to pray when this show is over. This is too much for me to handle. That's going to do it for us this week.
We back next week. You can say it.
Apparently, we don't have a bye week. If I'm not here, I'm in Germany scouting for the
Location.
next season for the Chiefs to go.
So you're gonna be in the red light district.
Oh.
That's what
Sheesh.
Germany's known for, isn't it?
I was going to go to the red light district here.
We got one.
Oh, so much I need to teach you, nephew. So much I need to teach you.
He doesn't know
We
about
can't talk now. The boss just walked in. So that's going to do it. Boss, do we get a bye week?
No, we're
See,
here.
the boss
No,
lady said
no.
we
What
get a
about our
bye week
fans?
next week.
We're going to ask the room. Read the room. We got no. Do we have a bye week next week, fans?
We're not a pre-show show. We're a post-game show. We're not a pre-game show. We're a post-game show. Bye week.
But we do
Woo!
need to talk about
Hold
the
up.
winners and losers and how it affects the Chiefs going.
Do you guys do not want to be off for an MLK Day of Service?
Yeah. And someone said that's Amsterdam.
Oh,
They also have a red light district, Germany,
All
they have a
those-
bratwurst district.
all
I'm not
those-
going there.
All those European countries kind of like blend in.
I ain't saying nothing.
I'm
This
not.
show is on
I'm
the
not
air.
going to the bratwurst district. No.
That's where you're going.
No. So that is going to do it for us. We'll have this debate, even though the boss lady said we get a bye week next week, and I'm on her team. In other news, just enjoy the super wild card weekend, and we'll see who comes out the victor and who the Chiefs will be playing in a couple of weeks as we have the bye. And of course, whatever comments you like to make or statements or whatever, if you want to talk about Q and his bad choices in NFL teams, just go ahead and leave us a post or a comment on the Red Hour Facebook page. All right, folks, that is going to do it for us on this Monday night. Be well, be safe, enjoy yourselves. And if we don't come back next week, do something good for somebody on Martin Luther King Day. Don't just have a day off, have a day on. Do something for somebody and do it Martin Luther King style. All right. We are out of here. Thank you so much for an incredible season. We've got some postseason football to talk about. Will the Chiefs make it all the way to Arizona? We will see. We'll be right here with you for the ride, though. On behalf of the Red Hour, we'll see y'all in a couple weeks or next week or whenever. Bye.
The views and opinions expressed on the W Radio Show by the host, co-host, guests, and call-in listeners are solely the opinions and responsibility of the original source who expressed them. They do not represent the opinions of the W Show, 100.1 FM, One Kansas City Radio, Sideline Sports Talk, Team Wall Street Foundation, or affiliates.